fuels you? The reason why you so lazy is not because you don't have the ability. You so lazy because your dream's so small.
People aren't lazy. They just don't have dreams that inspire them.
Reality is a lot of people don't want to grind for 4 years. Like, people don't like pain. It's why most people don't have six packs.
Rise and shine, it's espresso time.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going. I wake up every morning.
Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Eric Thomas. Also, if you want to have confidence like Eric Thomas and others, check out my 254 series. They're free. The link is in the description below.
Even if you're my closest friend, I have boundaries. When I've been telling you to get that goal, get that dream, and I've just been telling you drive it and drive it and drive it and drive it, what I've been talking about is consistency. People say, E, why you still getting up so early in the morning? 3 o'clock. Because I was on the beach with my wife not too long ago. We was holding hands walking up the beach, and my wife said, I know it's hard for me to quit my job, but promise me I'll never have to go back to work again. Adrian, let me tell you something. Adrian, when she said that, I was like, yo, E, when you get home, you got to grind, bro. You might have to start getting up at 2:30. You might want to even go to sleep, bro. I'm just saying, I'm telling you, I never did this before. I started looking at my booking gigs. I realized, like, I say no to 750 to 1,000 gigs a month. I started doing my homework. Yo, I was just with this dude, got the top podcast in the world. And I started doing my homework. I paid a couple people to do some homework for me. I called my man. He's like, yo, E, you ain't operating off 10% of your. He was like, yo, E, for real, bro. I've been with the best. Don't nobody communicate. He like, yo, most dudes they can only talk to one group, E. He like, yo, it don't make a difference with age. It don't make a difference with ethnic background. He like, yo, E, you the greatest communicator on the earth right now. You only operating about 10%. I was like, yo, it's time to go to work. I'm telling you, I've been thinking, I've been making calls. That's what I'm asking you to do. What fuels you? The reason why you so lazy is not because you don't have the ability. You so lazy because your dream's so small. Your dreams are so small.
People aren't lazy. They just don't have dreams that inspire them. They default to thinking, I'm a lazy person. I don't have ambitions. I don't know what I want to do in life. I'm just a loser. No, you just don't have a dream that makes you want to go off and do something. And until you figure that out, you're going to be in this constant cycle of feeling like a loser. It's one of the most common questions that I get asked on my IG streams. I go live every single day on Instagram, at least right now while I'm on my tour. And every single day I get asked some variation of, Evan, I'm lazy. How do I get out of it? Evan, I'm procrastinating. How do I get out of it? One, you don't call yourself a lazy person. There's no such thing as a lazy person. If you are procrastinating or you're being lazy, right? You are being lazy doesn't mean that you are a lazy person. There's 2 reasons why you're doing it. There's 2 reasons why you are being lazy. 1, you don't have a dream that's big enough. You don't have something that inspires you. You don't want to get out of bed in the morning. If I was an accountant, I would be a really lazy accountant. I would hate my life. Not to knock accountants, it's just not for me. If I was a video editor, I would be lazy. I would hate my life. I don't want to be a video editor. I don't want to be an accountant. Actually, there's most things in the world that I don't want to be. And if you forced me to do that, I would be lazy. That's 95% of America. I think 95% of America wakes up and drives to a job that they hate. And then they're lazy there. But they have dreams. They have ambitions. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. You just have to find it. And so if you don't know what that thing is, then it's your duty to go off and explore. You test, you try, you see. You say yes to a lot of stuff. Like, this is the most important thing that you need to figure out in your life if you don't know what your dream is. You have to go off and try things. Just like you won't get married until you go on dates. You won't get married to an idea until you go on dates, until you try it, until you say yes. And the acid test is, did I like it? Do I want to go back? Does this fill me up? Did I enjoy the process of it? Can I see myself doing this and having fun? Because when you're having fun doing the work, that's when it will fill you up. That's when you won't be lazy. And there has been times in all your lives where you felt that, where you felt the joy, the energy, the ambition, the drive. And so you need to capture that and say yes and find what it is that your big dream is. The second reason why people are lazy is because you're afraid. You're afraid. You're afraid of actually doing the thing that you want to do. You know what your Michael Jordan level talent is. You know where your E.T. level talent is, but you're afraid to chase it down. You're afraid to take the stage. You're afraid to make that call. You're afraid to say, here's what I do. You're afraid to bet on yourself. You're afraid. So laziness or procrastination comes from not having a dream or having one and being afraid of it. Either way, the answer is action. If you don't know what your dream is, your answer is to go and take immediate action, to try out as many things as possible, to say yes, to try anything once, to find your dream. Or if your problem is you know your dream but you're afraid of it, then the answer is still action. You have to get up and do it, because otherwise you will live the rest of your life in regret, knowing that you could have done more, knowing that you lived your life doing things that you hated, knowing that you had this potential inside you and you never took a chance on yourself. You played small your entire life. You will regret it. You don't feel it on a day-to-day basis. You don't feel it from today to tomorrow to the next day to the next day. You just feel how crappy that day will be, but you don't feel it over decades, over a lifetime, looking back and knowing that you could have done something great. And that's what I want for you. It's the number one question that I get asked when people meet me on Instagram. I'm lazy, I'm procrastinating. How do I get out of it? And I want you to follow those two paths. Find your dream and then believe in yourself to chase it down. It'll make all the difference in the world. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I wanna know, where are you being lazy and why? Let me know, put in the comments below.
If you've got debt or have to put a roof over your head or somebody else, then you work, whatever job is paying you that. But I'm asking you, what are you doing from 6 p.m. to midnight? And if you have to go build slowly your portfolio, your Shopify store, your Instagram account, your YouTube channel, your content, like, wouldn't you be pumped if I told you for the next 4 years it's tough and you don't watch as much Netflix and sports and hanging out, but then you get to live happy for the rest of your life? Everybody, in theory, would sign up for that. The reality is a lot of people don't want to grind for 4 years. Like, people don't like pain. It's why most people don't have six packs. I mean that. I mean that. There's a lot of people here who want to be in better shape. You just don't want to work out. You just don't want to eat well.
I'm not Mr. Mentor. I'm not the one who says, let's sit down, tell me how it's going. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I am. Get off your ass and get out there and sell something.
That's right.
I mean, I've never been okay, I need a mentor. You know, a lot of people look for mentors thinking they're gonna tell me the shortcut. Mark, will you be my mentor? You know the way. And they think I'm gonna go, ooh, and like convey some magics. Here's the dust, go, go, go. It doesn't work that way. I still grind. I love to grind. If you're competing in one of my businesses, I'm gonna kick your ass because I'm gonna outgrind you, right? That's what being an entrepreneur is. You've got to get out there and do the work. So when it comes to how do you learn, right? Because that's the question. How do I learn this stuff? Man, everybody has got to go through that process, right? I read I'm in the tech business, I'm in the media business, the entertainment business. I've got to try to prepare myself for all the Shark Tank businesses. I read 3 hours plus a day, right? Well, everybody else is getting a suntan, or even when I'm getting a suntan, I'm online, or I've got books, I'm reading all I can.
One of the biggest contradictions of massive success is when people go to their moms, their dads, their brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, they say, listen, one day the world's gonna know who I am. One day I will have a Ferrari, the Lambo, the Rolls, the Bentley, the big house, the cars, the backyard with the big swimming pool and an elevator. I'm gonna put the biggest parties. People are gonna stop me at the mall, Mom. People are gonna stop me at the airport and take pictures of me, take selfies with me and tell me, oh my gosh, you changed my life. I'm gonna be a millionaire one day. Yet, instead of staying at the office on Friday night, you call your friends and you go party. Instead of waking up Saturday morning to go to the gym, you sleep until 10 o'clock. Instead of reading the book on Sundays, you kick back and watch movies all day long. See, the reality is very simple. Those who win big, they do 4 things right. They sleep, sweat, grind, repeat. And they do it over and over and over again until their dreams become a reality. If you're thinking and you're saying, Pat, there's no way in the world it can be that easy. Listen, let me break it down for you. This whole concept of sleep, sweat, grind, repeat comes down to a few things you gotta do. When you outwork, you out-improve, you out-strategize, you outlast your peers, your competitors, 5, 10 years from now, not only will you be a rock star in your industry, but that Ferrari, that Lambo, that Bentley, that Rolls Royce, that big house with the elevator, the big parties, the fame, the accolades, the respect, all of those things will become a reality if you sleep, sweat, grind, repeat.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.